you have right now, you can go ahead and maximize the business opportunity. If you're joining us from YouTube, you are welcome. If you're joining us from YouTube right now, and maybe you have landed onto the video, or maybe someone has shared with you this video, you are welcome. We welcome you aboard. My name is Dixon, the presenter for tonight. I welcome everyone from YouTube. I welcome everyone joining us live. If they've just shared this link with you at the YouTube channel, I mean the YouTube link with you, just stay put. I'm going to go ahead and take you through the business presentation, and I show you the business that we have right now. If you can be able to see my screen, type for me a 1 in the chat. If you're able to see my screen right now, type for me a 1 in the chat. If my screen is visible, you can hear me, my voice is very clear, just type for me a 1 in the chat. Okay, type for me a 1 in the chat. I see people are typing, which means my screen is visible. And let's go through with the business presentation. So tonight we are going to talk about what we call the crypto flow board. What is the crypto flow board? Because before even we talk about what we are going to talk in detail, but this is the business presentation about crypto flow board. Before you move away, please just give me some ears. There are just a few slides that we're going to pass through, and I'm going to be explaining much more about the business that we have, or the business that you're going to be presented to. Okay, crypto flow board is an AI trading bot for Bitcoin and altcoin. Now, this is very important. Crypto Flow Board uses artificial intelligence, which is the latest technology, to trade for you Bitcoin and altcoins on complete automation, as I'm going to show. It is trusted by over 15,000 users around the world, and also it has a high win rate of 85%. As you're going to see. So let's go ahead. Before even we talk about the crypto flow bot in detail, let's first discuss about what cryptocurrencies are, because we have to first understand the basics before even we go ahead to break them down. What are cryptocurrencies? Because it is important we fully understand, or we fully grasp the idea of cryptocurrencies, then we can go ahead and break them down. A cryptocurrency is digital money. Cryptocurrencies are just digital money. The same way you can have your money on your bank account and you can access your bank account via your phone, you see digits in your bank account, you know, I have money on my bank account. Or let's take an example of mobile money. If you're in a country that accepts mobile money, maybe mobile Pesa, what? You know that you can be having money on your phone and you are sure you have this money. It is digital money, but you're sure you have that money. So it is the same thing. Cryptocurrency is just digital money that exists only on the internet, which means you cannot touch it, you cannot feel it, but you can use it. Okay. Unlike traditional currencies that can be controlled by banks and maybe governments, crypto operates on a decentralized technology called blockchain. It means crypto is not controlled by a single entity. Crypto is not controlled by maybe a government or a bank. That's why actually it is very hard to impose taxes on cryptocurrencies. That is because no entity or no government can control these cryptocurrencies. It is a very transparent, cryptocurrencies are very transparent because everything is on the internet and accessible, and it is tamper proof. No one can just wake up one day and they say, I have tampered with your cash, I've blocked your account. It is very hard for someone to tamper with your money. So this is just digital currency. When you hear the word cryptocurrency, just know it is the currency, it is a currency, or it is a medium of exchange, but digital. It is money that you can send, receive, and store entirely online. So you can store this money online, you can send it online, you can receive it online, you cannot store it in a physical bank. Okay, no bank is needed. For example, you have heard about Bitcoin. I know most of you have heard about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital currency. You cannot touch Bitcoin, but you can transfer it. You can use it on your phone. Second thing to note about cryptocurrencies, they are decentralized. There is no single government or bank that controls it. Okay, the transactions happen between people 24/7 anywhere around the world. So there is no governing body or there is no entity controlling how much you can spend and how much you cannot spend, because you're dealing with person to person. It facilitates person to person transactions. Then also, crypto industry is growing. It is a growing market. So you're at the beginning of this growing market, because cryptocurrencies, they were introduced 2009. That is when the cryptocurrency was formed. The first cryptocurrency was formed 2009. But ever since, the crypto market industry has been growing and the market cap has been growing. And like any other industry, the crypto industry has been growing. And if I'm taking you through, crypto began in 2009. with the creation of Bitcoin. Bitcoin in 2009 was at $0.001. That was the price of Bitcoin by then. So it means that if you had, for example, $100 by then in 2009, and maybe you had known about this, if you had about $100 divided by 0.001, you would buy 100,000 Bitcoin. 100,000 Bitcoin. Now, let's fast track to 2026, where there is a lot of institutions coming through and where the prices of these cryptocurrencies have increased. Right now, Bitcoin is at $78,000 as I speak right now, which means if you got a chance to buy Bitcoin then, right now you'd sell it at each one is at $78,000. You would have 7 billion US dollars if you had invested in Bitcoin in 2009. But still you have a chance because this is a growing industry. Even in 2026, you still have a chance, and to make sure you can capitalize on the opportunity available, and you also move because there is still plenty room to make a lot of money from the crypto industry. So the question is not whether crypto will grow, but it is whether you will participate in the growth, because for sure the market is growing, but are you going to participate in the growth? Because you have to know about the market growth and how it's been moving, because the market has been growing potentially and substantially. Okay, so let's understand how we can get these cryptocurrencies. So now that you know what a cryptocurrency is, but where do you go to access these cryptocurrencies? How do you get them? Because that is important. Knowing what a cryptocurrency is one thing, but also knowing where to get this cryptocurrency is another thing. It is the same. You can tell me that you have told me and I have known about a bank. Now I know there is a bank where I can put my money, or maybe you have told me about money. I understand money, it is available, I can use it, I can spend it, I can receive it. But now, where am I going to spend my money? Where am I going to keep my money if I get that money? It is the same thing I'm talking about right now. It is true you have known about cryptocurrencies, but then where are you going to spend those cryptocurrencies from? Where are you going to utilize them from? Where are you going to store those cryptocurrencies from? Because we've said you don't need a bank. So where else can I keep these cryptocurrencies to remain safe? And that is what we call a crypto exchange. So what is a crypto exchange? A crypto exchange is an online marketplace where you buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies. Let me repeat again. A crypto exchange, it is a marketplace, or you can call it a digital bank, or you can call it, you can paraphrase it like a marketplace where you can go with your cryptocurrency and you spend it, or where you can receive the cryptocurrency from, or where you can use it to make more money inside that marketplace. The same, I can tell you that it is true. You have money, but for you to spend that money, you need to go to a marketplace. For example, in Uganda, we have a marketplace called Owino. In Uganda, you have to go to Owino. That is where you can buy some goods in that market, and you can also sell the same goods at a profit, and you make money. So it is the same thing. With cryptocurrencies, they have their specific marketplaces, and these marketplaces are called crypto exchanges. Think of it like a forex bureau, but for digital currencies, and operates 24/7 from your phone. I know most of you know what a forex bureau is. If you have if you have a currency from an outside country, maybe you're in Nigeria, but you have some dollars and you want to exchange them into your local currency, you go to what we call a forex bureau. You give in your dollar, they give you your Nigerian naira. But also now this is digital. This marketplace is digital. You can trade, you can exchange, you can do what, but it is digital, running on your phone. So I'm going to give you some examples of marketplaces that are globally known. One of them is what we call Binance. Binance is the largest marketplace for cryptocurrencies. It is the largest crypto exchange by trading volume. And Binance is trusted by over 300 million users. That's how big this marketplace is. This marketplace is being used by over 300 million users. Guys, think of it. Right now, for example, CryptoFlowBot has around 15,000 users. But Binance, which is the marketplace where we can buy and sell cryptocurrencies, has over 300 million users. First of all, it means this marketplace is trusted by millions of users around the world. Second, it means that this marketplace is available almost around the world, across the world. Wherever you are, you can access this marketplace. Then third, it means you can sell and you can also buy, you can also spend with ease, because you have a marketplace that has a lot of customers, that has a lot of people that are also participating in the same marketplace. So there is no way you can be like, maybe I don't have maybe I don't have, I have lacked access to my crypto, or I have lacked access to trade my cryptocurrency. Then second marketplace is what we call Bybit. It is one of the fastest growing known powerful trading tools, and also an exchange. So how would you get this crypto? How do you get this crypto exchange? It is by downloading them on your phone and you register. They are completely for free. You access them for free. There is no payment for you to access such marketplaces. Now that we know what cryptocurrencies are and where we can spend them, where we can trade them from, where we can go ahead and spend them or utilize them, or maybe make more money out of those cryptocurrencies. But then, what is now crypto trading? Because you must understand trading. Cryptocurrencies, it is true you have known them, but how do you make money out of those cryptocurrencies? It is by doing what we call crypto trading. It is like me telling you, you have money, but for you to make more money out of it, you must participate in trading. Maybe open up a shop or do what? You must buy goods and spare, and maybe sell them at a profit. So it means, it is true you have understood there is digital money, which is called cryptocurrency. You have also understood that if you want to utilize these cryptocurrencies, you need what we call a marketplace, which is now Binance or Bybit or other marketplaces. But also now, for you to make sure you make money out of those cryptocurrencies, then you have to involve in what we call crypto trading. So what is crypto trading? Because now that you're right now, you're building a foundation. You're building a foundation on which you're going to stand to make money through the cryptocurrencies. Crypto trading is the act of buying and selling cryptocurrencies or digital currencies to make a profit from price movements. The same way you can buy rice at one price and you sell rice at another price, it is the same way you can buy these cryptocurrencies or these digital currencies. You buy them at one price, you sell them at another price, and you make a profit from that difference. That is crypto trading. It is not so much different from our local trading that we know. It is not so much different from you opening up a shop and you have goods in your shop, you're making a profit out of those goods. It is just the only difference is it is almost the same business model, but now you're using your phone to do it. You're not opening up a physical location. You're just using your phone to do it. So prices can go up or go down constantly. Traders earn by buying low and selling high, or by using strategies that profit from both directions. So in crypto trading, there are two ways of profiting. In normal businesses, you only profit when the price of whatever you bought goes up. Now, this is the beauty of cryptocurrencies. If, for example, if you have a shop, am I still loud and clear, guys? I don't want to present to myself. Let me know if you're still hearing me. Type a yes if I'm still loud and clear and you're hearing my voice. Type a yes for me, because I have to keep on checking on you so that I don't just end up maybe going off. If you're not replying, then it means I'm off. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means I'm on. So let me go ahead and continue sharing. I was saying, in local businesses, you only profit one way. You buy, for example, if you have a hardware, you're going to buy goods. Okay, maybe you buy cement at one price. Maybe let's call it, maybe you're buying cement, each bag of cement maybe at $10. Then you're selling it at $15 or $12 to make a profit difference of that. So you cannot buy that bag of rice and you profit when the price goes down. But in cryptocurrencies, we have strategies where even if the price of whatever you bought goes down, you can also go ahead and profit from that difference. For example, we have strategies in cryptocurrencies where, for example, if the price was at $10, now it reduces to go to $8. You still make that price difference as your profit. But in local businesses, it is very hard. There you're making losses. But in crypto, you can benefit when the price is going up. You can also benefit when the price is going down. That is the beauty of this technology or this business. So in crypto trading, we have different types of crypto trading, and one of them is what we call spot trading. Spot trading is where you benefit on the price differences. When the price moves from one price to another, you make that price difference. And that's majorly when you buy low and sell high. For example, you buy cryptocurrency at $10. When it goes to $12, you sell and make a profit. That is like in any normal business. Then there is what we call futures trading. Futures trading is where you trade contracts that let you profit from price movements without owning the asset. Okay, here you trade a contract on any asset that you want. These assets have different contracts that can expire, but you trade a contract and you can benefit from both directions. If the price goes up, you benefit. If the price goes down, you benefit, as long as you're in the right direction. Then there is what we call leveraged trading. What is leveraged trading? This is where the crypto exchange that we talked about borrows you money to work in the same market as if you have large capital. Take it like this example, for example. Use this example. There is a market called maybe Owino. There is Owino market. I'm going to use this example in Uganda. There is Owino market, but Owino market has an offer. And what is this offer? They are telling you, if you have maybe $100, don't worry. We are going to borrow you, or we are going to lend to you more $500. So you can work in this marketplace as if you have $600, even though you know your own money is just $100. If you make a profit, well and good. If you make a loss, then you're going to lose some of that money. But here in crypto trading, that is what we call leverage trading. That is where the crypto exchange borrows you money or lends you money to go ahead and use it to make profits. That is from anywhere. They can borrow you anywhere from around 2x, it means 2 times your money, to even around 125 times your money. This means that you can even enter the market. You have just $5. You have just $5 as your capital, but the crypto exchange borrows you up to 125%. Okay, 125 times. So you're going to work as if you have $600, but in actual sense you just had only $5. So you can get this money from the crypto exchange depending on how they are able to help you. Let me go ahead and just a minute, guys. Just 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, let's continue. So that is leverage trading for you. You can also use it to benefit from the crypto industry. Now, let us compare the opportunities, because I know most of you're used to local opportunities. Why should you even think about crypto trading? Because there is no reason as to why someone is saying, for example, but there is no reason. If it is normal trading, when then should I shift from my local business to now target to now go into crypto trading? Yet it is a new industry. I don't know much about it. Where can I start? We are going to talk about all those. But let's compare these normal businesses of ours with cryptocurrencies. So why cryptocurrencies? Compared to traditional businesses, crypto trading offers unique advantages. That is the underlined word, unique advantages. These are advantages that you cannot find in normal businesses. They are unique, that make it one of the most accessible income opportunities in the digital age. Remember, guys, if you don't know, maybe we are in the digital era. We are in the era of using our devices to make a lot of money. That is the digital era. In the past, if you had to make a lot of money, maybe you had to own buildings, you had to own companies. But now, to make money, you just have to own a phone. That is the beauty of it. That is the digital era. It is closing the gap between the old age, the industrial age, with the new age of the digital era. Right now, you don't need to own companies. You don't need to own buildings. You just need to own a phone. So let's talk about some examples here. Let's take an example of a border business. I don't know whether in your countries you have border. Some of you may not be having border, but let me show you. For example, I don't know whether you have border in your in India. Let me see border in India. Border in India. Do we have border in India? Maybe you people may not know what a border is. Let's go to images. Do you have border in India? You may not have border in India, but in Uganda we have border. This is the right picture of border. Okay, this is the right picture of border business. I'm taking this from Google. This is the right picture when you talk about border. I know most African countries you have border. I don't know whether in Asian countries you have border, because I don't know. But in Africa, this is one of the lucrative businesses. Owning a border is one of the youth. Many youth dream about getting a border. Many youth in Africa and Uganda at large own men. They go ahead to make sure they at least get a border in their life. And this is the border business. So let's talk about, for example, border business. For you to set up a border business, I'm going to use an example of Uganda here. You need around 3 million to 8 million, or maybe let's talk about just around $2,000, because for you to settle very well, you need around $1,500 to get a border. I'm going to use dollars because this is an international Zoom, but in Uganda shillings, you need around 3 million to around 5 to 6 million Uganda shillings. But if we convert that to US dollars in Uganda, it will be around 1,500 US dollars for you to own a border business. So you need a big startup capital for you to own one. Second, you need daily expenses, fuel costs. You need to repair your border. Sometimes you have it has broken down. Some things you have to repair. Then there are weather risks, as I've just shown you here on this border. Let me show you border in rain. Weather risks. Okay, border in rain. Do you see this? Do you see these weather risks? Look at this. This is a weather risk. Now the whole border is destroyed. The engine is cooked. You have to go and replace some of these parts. Look at this. Look at such conditions. Because when you have a border, in Uganda, especially here, from the people in Uganda, you know, these things will happen. Even today alone, there was terrible rain in Kampala and many people were suffering. Look at this suffering. But remember, you put in how much? You put in over $1,500 to get such a border business to start. There is physical danger. We have had news when you put a passenger and the passenger kills the border guy and gets off with the border. Now let's talk about the limited hours of working. You are a person, you can't work 24 hours a day. Sometimes, of course, you're going to work with maybe 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. But of course, you're a person, you have to rest, you get tired. You're limited by the time. Let's talk about the taxi business. I don't know. Are there taxis in India? I don't know. I'm using India as an example because it is a country in the Asian community. Let me see. Are there taxis in India? Taxi in India. Are there taxis in India? Let me see. I don't know whether there are taxis in India. Of course, they are there. Okay. I think these are the images that I don't know whether they are the right images. If you're coming from India, you can confirm with me. But maybe there are taxis in India. In Uganda, we also have taxis. But for you to set up a taxi business, okay? Taxi in Uganda, they look like this. Taxis in Uganda look like this. Let me show you. The taxis in Uganda, how do they look like? They are like these ones. These are the taxis we have in Uganda. That's how they look like. Okay? So, I know most countries in Asia, Africa, and around the world, there are taxi business. But for you to set up a taxi business, for example, that taxi that I've just shown you, if we search how much is a taxi in Uganda, how much is a taxi? How much is a taxi car in Uganda? Okay, let's see. How much is a taxi car in Uganda? Let us see. It is between 15 million and 130 million. Look at this range. A taxi business right now, actually, foreign freshly used imports, 65 million to 130 million. This means how much? If a dollar is at, let's look this in terms of currencies. Let's take 65 million. Because that is 65 million. Divide by 3,700. It means for you to set up a taxi business, you need around $17,000. And they gave us a range between that one and 130 million. 130 million divided by 3,700. So you need around $17,000, $35,000 to set up a taxi business. You need around 17,000 to 35K to set up a taxi business in Uganda. But look at this. You need insurance, you need licenses, the taxi also depreciates in value because you cannot sell it at the same value you bought it. There is fuel, there is traffic jam, there is limited local area to cover, and you're limited by all these facts. So even when you have spent over 35,000 to buy a taxi and put it on the road, you're still limited with the income you can make. There are bad weather, there are accidents, there is a lot to go ahead and incur. Then let's talk about the business people. You have your shop, you have your boutique, you have your children clothes, you have your grocery. You need some good money. In Uganda, actually, these are just estimates. To start up at the cheapest level, you need around 200K to set up a chapati booth, or maybe 1 million to set up a chapati booth. But remember, there is inventory cost, there is theft risk. They can come and steal everything, and you remain empty. I saw someone whom they broke into their house and they stole a lot of things. These things are available. You don't need to even search far. Okay, theft in Kampala. Okay, you can see they steal everything. Look at this. Look at these thieves they caught, and they had stolen almost everything. They break into your shop, they steal everything, and you lose all your capital. Then it requires physical presence. You have to be there all day, or else you're going to employ people who must be there, and you're giving them salary, you're feeding them. They can also steal your things. There's limited customers because you only serve a certain area. But in crypto trading, look at this. You can start with as little as $50 as long as you have the marketplace, which is the crypto exchange, and you have trading software that can help you grow that income. Then you don't have to pay any rent. You don't have to pay the different employees. It works 24/7. Even when you're sleeping, the business is working. It operates from your phone, and you can operate it from anywhere. You're dealing with a global market. You're not physically located at one place. So you don't have any physical location, or you don't have any physical location limits. You are accessing the global market. You're trading with people from China, from India, from across the world. You have access to global market, not local economy. It can scale without even extra overhead. That is the beauty of why cryptocurrency trading, of why you should think about cryptocurrency trading. So how do you get started? Now that you've understood, what do you need to get started? One, you need a smartphone. It is as simple as this. You need a smartphone. An Android phone or iPhone can do. You need a crypto exchange account. As I've told you, that is the marketplace where you're going to transact. That is the marketplace where all the transactions are going to happen. You need what we call starting capital. Of course, like any other business, you need capital. That will depend on your own capacity. Then you need basic knowledge. And this presentation is meant to give you that basic knowledge that you want or that you need to go ahead and start into the crypto space. But I know some of you have common fears. You fear. But is crypto not a scam? Because you've been told other things, crypto is a scam. Now let me tell you, it is true. Okay, crypto is itself legitimate because it is legitimate technology right now. It is adopted by banks, by governments, by different companies. But also, it is true scams exist in every industry. Can you tell me one industry that doesn't have scams? So someone that told you crypto is a scam, maybe they landed into a scam which was pretending to be the legitimate crypto trading business. Because we know scams exist anywhere. Scams are everywhere. You can't avoid them. In any industry, there are scams. So someone told you that crypto is a scam. Maybe they landed into a scam which was pretending to be in the crypto space. As we know, you can be scammed but when you're in real estate, you can be scammed. Someone sells you land and you find out that that land they have sold to you that you want to turn into profit is already booked, or already maybe someone has already used it or bought it. Then there are this issue, but people have lost everything. I've seen people have lost everything. Losses happen from emotional and unstructured trading. They do happen, but most of the times they are from emotional trading or unstructured trading. But structured systems with high risk management dramatically reduce this, and that is what exactly crypto flow does. It gives you structured approach to the market. Some may say it is too complicated for me. Will I even manage? Let me tell you, even when mobile money, for example, I'll talk to Ugandans, even when here in Uganda, the concept of mobile money, which was introduced, people thought it was too complicated. It was not possible to send money from one person to another. But right now, the people who joined first are making a lot of money. Then someone say, but is crypto even legal? Is it legal? Crypto trading is legal in most countries, as we say right now. Even the fact that in Uganda we can access Binance, even the fact that in your country you can access Binance, it means it is regulated. Because there is no way Binance can operate in your country without a regulation. So it is illegal. Then that is now when you want to know. So I've known about trading and I've liked the business. But how am I going to trade? So there are mainly two trading modes. There is what we call manual crypto trading and automated crypto trading. I'm going to give you a difference. Okay. In manual crypto trading, this is where you sit in front of a computer. That is what we used to do. At first, when we got to know about cryptocurrency, that was what we used to do. You had to get a mentor. They train you for around 6 months or 1 year before you even make any money. You have to get someone who knows how to analyze the crypto market. They teach you for around 6 months to 1 year without even making any single coin. You're just learning. Then after that, you go and buy a laptop. Now you just have to sit on your laptop for hours looking for a daily setup, looking for something to put in money, and you get out with profit. You analyze the market yourself. Then you execute your trade. Like you execute the trade personally. You get involved in the trade execution pipeline. But remember, anything to do with money, emotions have to get in. Sometimes you become emotional, and you may this may lead to mistakes. Sometimes you miss opportunities when you're sleeping. You've been watching a coin moving and you wanted to get the perfect setup. But the perfect setup presents itself when it is in the night and you're sleeping. So you end up missing. You wake up in the morning, you start crying. You say, I've waited for this setup for days. Now, when the setup presented itself, you were supposed to make money when it showed up, but you were asleep. And it requires years of experience and learning. That's why there is also automated trading. And what does automated trading do? Here it is the bot or a software. It is the one which monitors the market 24/7 for you, which means you no longer have to sit in front of the charts. The AI analyzes opportunities in real time. You don't have to wait for an hour. It analyzes opportunities as they present because the market moves 24/7. Then the software now trades for you automatically and instantly. It is emotion free because here you're not involved. It is the software getting involved. It is discipline-driven decisions. You never miss a profitable setup because you're sleeping, because the bot or the software that does the automation is on the market watching. It works even when you're asleep or you're at work. So if you're a busy professional, you have your work, it is best you go ahead and get an automated trading software to help you. Here are some of the problems with manual trading. Why it is hard. Why many people will try it end up maybe failing. You have emotions. You fear to make losses. You can hesitate too long and you end up missing the setup entirely. Then there is a fear of missing out. You rush into trades before the setup's fully formed and you end up losing money. Time pressure. The market runs 24/7 and you can't stay awake 24/7. You have to sleep. So all these are challenges. Then there's what we call analysis paralysis. This is where you gather a lot of information about something, but you end up not even taking an action because you're confused on what to do. You're on the chart, sitting on the chart. One indicator is telling you to buy, another indicator is telling you to sell. So you have a lot of information, but you can't make the decision. That is analysis paralysis for you. So now that I've introduced the concept of automated trading, we have to talk about what a trading bot is all about. A trading bot or a trading software, it is a software program that automatically buys and sells crypto on your behalf, following preset rules without human emotion or involvement. So a crypto trading software, that is what it does. If you hear someone talk about a crypto trading bot, that is what exactly it is. It is a software that is meant to trade for you. And its sole purpose is to make for you money even when you're sleeping. It scans the market for you, identifies opportunities, checks the risk levels, trades, executes the trade, and also locks in the profit, even when you're not present. Think of it like you have employed someone who is going to work for you 24/7. Okay? Think of it like this. Imagine hiring the most disciplined, tireless, emotionless trader in the world. Someone who never sleeps, never panics, never gets greedy, and follows the strategy perfectly every single time. That's what a trading bot is all about. Like having a full-time employee who works 24/7, 365 days a year without asking for a raise or a leave or a day off. That is the same thing. And these trading bots help you make money. That's where I'm going to introduce to you Crypto Flow Bot. Crypto Flow Bot, it is an AI-powered automated trading system. This AI-powered trading system connects your Binance or your Bybit, which is the marketplace. Now that you've known that there is a software that can do that, you get the software, you connect it to your Binance or your Bybit, and it will trade for you on your behalf in that exchange 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with built-in risk management. So it scans the market to get the best signal for you. When it gets the signal, it has an automation engine. It goes ahead to automate the trade, put in the trade, risk management, everything. And you can bind it via API. Your funds stay in your control because the funds stay in your crypto exchange. Because this brings us to a question. Then, if I'm allowing the bot to handle everything, how is my money safe? Because that is the main challenge. Some of us in the past, we have lost a lot of money with promises that they are going to do everything on our behalf and we get money. So they tell you, now you know what, you bring your money and you deposit here, we are going to trade for you and make for you money. Here, what is the difference? Or how is Crypto Flow Bot different from other platforms that you have had, the scams that you've gone into and they're storing your money? What is the difference here? The difference is the funds stay in your exchange. All your capital, all your profit, and all earnings remain in your personal Binance or Bybit account. The bot never touches your money. Someone may be wondering, but if the bot never touches my money, then how is it going to use my money to trade? And that is why we come in with what we call API binding. So for this bot to work for you in your Binance, you must allow it to have access to your Binance to make sure it can read your balance, to make sure it can read the market in your Binance and trade for you. So think of it like you have a worker. This worker, you want them to work for you in your shop, but you can't let them to remain out. They can't work from out. You have to allow them access your shop. But your funds are locked in a safe. They can sell and put money into the safe. They can transact inside the shop, but they can never take out money. They can never withdraw money from yourself. And that is what we call API binding. API allows two apps to communicate to one another. API in full, it is application programming interface, or a technology that allows two apps to communicate such that the bot can read your Binance balance, the bot can read your activities in your Binance, it can make decisions in your Binance, but can never take out money from your Binance because the withdraw function or the permission which you would have given it to withdraw, you have disabled it. And remember, this is technology. So the bot it has permission to read your balance, has permission to trade for you, but does not have permission to withdraw. That is the beauty of it. So all your profits and all your capital stay is safe in your Binance account. You can decide to disconnect the bot if you want. Disconnect it anytime you want. And your money are protected with bank level encryption on your Binance. So you may say, but okay, are there some people who have used crypto flow for maybe to make a lot of money, to make some money? Yes. These are screenshots taken from real user accounts. For example, this first screenshot I'm showing you, this person, by the time this presentation was made, they had made $357 with a 93% win rate, guys. It means the bot was winning most of the trades. As you can see, for example, if you continue to zoom in, you can see it had made a total of 362 trades It had closed 357 trades. Then out of the 357, it had won 332 trades. That is a 97% win rate, which is very hard to replicate with your human behavior and emotions. Here is another person who is using CryptoFlow bot. By the time this presentation was made, he had made $134, which is an 86% win on all the trades that the bot had made for him. Okay, 251 wins and 23 losses only. This one had 100% win rate. 9.53 earnings made in a few days that he had traded with using the bot. This was a completely new account, and the bot had won all the 19 trades that it had closed for this person. This person on this day had made, that was on, I think, 30th April. He had made $10 on that day, and the daily consistent profits, you can see them. On 23rd, he had made $5, 24th, $10, 25th, $4, 26th, $8, 28th, $20, 29th, $8. You can see the daily consistency. This cannot be replicated by human people or by human emotions. So who is the CryptoFlow bot for? Okay, CryptoFlow bot is designed for different users with different levels of experience, availability, and income. CryptoFlow bot is designed to help beginners, complete beginners. You're someone, you've just heard about cryptocurrency today. You're someone who just maybe you were thinking about these things, but you didn't know that they were possible. So CryptoFlow is made for you. You're new, you don't know anything, but you can connect the bot, it handles everything. It is made for experienced traders, people who understand what the crypto market is, people who understand what the market does and how it moves, but you don't have time. You want consistency, or maybe even the strategies you've been applying, they are not getting out results as you want. CryptoFlow bot is made for busy professionals, people who have their jobs. They have their job. You have your day job. You go to work at 8 a.m. You come back at 5 p.m. You don't have time to monitor your side business, but you have your money and you want your money to start growing with a side business. So CryptoFlow bot can help you do that, and by connecting it to your Binance or your Bybit. Then there are people with capital. There are people looking for business ventures. There are people out there, they think about, what can I do with this money to make sure I get out more money? You have your money sitting at the bank, it is not doing anything. The bank is giving you an annual return of maybe 7 or 8% or maybe 10%. But here is CryptoFlow bot, which can multiply your money very fast from the crypto industry. So where do you want to start from? After you get your Binance or Bybit and you have paid for your bot, you have gone ahead to get this trading robot called CryptoFlow bot, you can go ahead and use such capital, $50 to $200. In your Binance, here you're called a starter, someone with minimal. You want to learn the system, you want to see real trades, you want to build consistency. But then you can be someone with some good capital, reasonable capital, maybe $300 to $1,000. Then you're aiming for growth. Here you're someone who is aiming for growth. You want to build momentum. You want to see meaningful daily returns a day, and you want to compound your earnings. You can be a professional. You can say, no, me, I have my capital. I want to begin at some good level to make some reasonable profits. Okay. Here you want a consistent income with potential structured risk. Then these people, they have some reasonable capital of up to 50,000. You want premium performance with diversified exposure. Then there are what we call the whales or the executive, $50,000 and above, institutional grade capital management, maximum scale with monitoring oversight. Remember, this capital is in your Binance. You're not giving this money to the trading bot. You're not withdrawing your money from your Binance or your Bybit to the trading bot. This money stays in your Binance. And I'm going to show you my personal account today. So how do you get started with CryptoFlow bot? You must, because this bot is meant to work for you 24/7, so you pay it upfront, $120 per year. It is a yearly subscription service. Its purpose is to make you money. So you pay it upfront, $120. Very easy. I know most of you can spend even $120 in a week on a weekend, maybe per day. So you're spending $120 for a full year for a system that is going to make for you profitable trades in your Binance. Then you must have at least some small fuel, which will act as gas fee. for $10 and above. A total of around, plus I reached $50 and above as Goyo Capital, total of around $150. So these are the steps to get started. You sign up, get someone who invited to this call. Okay, if you're on this call, get someone who invited to this call. They'll give you a link for Crypto Flow Bot because you can't sign up without a link or referral code. They'll give you the link or referral code. You sign up using Crypto Flow Bot. You get your exchange, Binance or Bybit. Then you pay for this software to work for you. You pay the $120. Then you go ahead and add fuel. Connect using API to your Bybit or your Binance. Then you set your preferences. The bot is going to handle everything for you. You don't have to do anything else. With this, you can start your structured crypto trading journey today by activating your bot. Get someone invited to this call to give you a link and you get started today. So with that said, I want to go ahead within 1 minute to 2 minutes. I show you what this software is all about. You will get someone to give you this software, as you can see. Let me show you. You can see from this account of mine, you can see that today it has made for me $22. Do you see this? $22 today. That is good money, guys. $22. Real money. Okay. In total, you can see the bot has made for me, ever since I started using it, I've used it for how many days? Let me show you. How long have I used this bot? Someone may be wondering. I've used this bot for now 43 days. Do you see this? For now 43 days. And in 43 days, the bot has made for me $244. You can see it has made a total of 373 trades. It has closed 362. It has won 320. 10 trades that currently running, and is closing these trades with profits. Let me show you. It is closing these trades with profits. Look at the profits, guys. Look at this. It is closing these trades with profits. I'm going to take you to also my Binance and I show you this because you should know that the bot is trading inside my Binance. Let me go ahead and show you my Binance account. Yesterday I said enough is enough. Let me top up my capital. Yesterday I said no, I've seen the bot is good. The bot is making some good money. I had a capital of around $2,500. I said no. Let me top up to now 5,000 because why not? If the bot is making money, why should I remain with small capital? I topped up my capital with $5,000, and you can see here down, when I scroll down, you can see the bot is active trading in my Binance. And so far right now, this trade has started entering profits. Did you see this? It has started entering profits. The bot is doing everything. In the past, I had lost a lot of money. If I'm going to show you my previous experience, in the past, I had lost a lot of money because I didn't have a trading system. If I click here, I'm going to show you that in the past, I had lost a lot of money in crypto space because I didn't have a trading system that could make for me reasonable profit. You can see this. In the past, I made a lot of losses trying to figure out things manually. I lost my hard-earned money. But since I have started using the bot, look at this. Since I have started using the bot, you can see my portfolio is growing slowly. You can see here down, for example, look here down on this month alone. From first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh today. The bot is closing every day in profits. So why should I go back to manual trading where I suffered? Me, I call this school fees. Now you can never convince me again to trade manually because manual trading I lost a lot of money in manual trading. You can never convince me to go back to manual trading where I have to sit in front of charts. You can never convince me to go back there. You can see this. I told you this bot makes for you between, maybe if you want to know the exact figure, it makes for you between 10% to 30% per month. You can see in the last 20 days, it has made for me 20%, which is within this range. In the past 30 days, it has made for me 20%. So when you connect this bot to your Binance, it can make for you between 10% to 30% profit per month. As evident from here, these are the 30 days, 20% in the last 30 days. To me, I think this is steady growth. And I've just used it for how many days? How many days are these? Just how many? 43 days. That is how long I've used this bot. So to me, I can testify that the bot is really making money. I can testify that we are making a lot of money from this trading system. So now I leave you with a choice. Are you going to stay on the sidelines looking? Are you going to stay in the past? You may be hard. You may be someone who lost money in the past. You're like me. I had lost hope in the crypto industry. I had lost hope. I thought I would never make it. But look at me right now, with even the capacity to go ahead and grow my capital. Why? Because now I have developed confidence that finally I've got a system where I can grow my capital at a steady rate of 10% to 30% per month. And my money is safe in my Binance account, as you just saw. My money is safe in my Binance account. I'm not giving my money to someone. My money is safe. That's why I had the guts to go ahead and increase my capital. Why? Because if the system is working and is making money, why should I remain with small capital? And I have the opportunity to use big capital. And trust me, I'm going to top up my capital until I reach around $50,000. That is my target, to have a capital of $50,000. And I know it is possible. So go back to the person who invited you to this call tonight. Go to them, let them help you get started. They're going to help you with account setup. They're going to help you with everything. And by the time you finish, you're also going to get started. You're going to see the potential of what I've just shown you. You're going to see the potential of what I've just shown you tonight. Otherwise, I wish you well. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask your upline or the person you invited to this call. They are going to break down more things for you. They're going to explain more on what I've just explained. They are going to expound it more so that you can understand fully and you get started with the right mindset, with the right opportunity, and you're going to make money. A steady growth of 10% to 30% per month. It is very nice and very good. Look at how much are you going to use? Someone is saying, how much was your starting capital? Me, when I wanted to test out the system, I tested out the system with $100 for 1 week. After 1 week, I saw the system was good. I increased my capital to $600 to $500 for the second. I think for the second few days, I think there were 3 days. I saw the returns had started coming out very well, very good. I increased my capital to $800. Then went ahead from 800 to 2,000. I went to 2,500, but now I said no. I've seen money. I think it was yesterday night, I added my capital to 5,000 because I saw the business opportunity. I saw it was really amazing. Now, yesterday night, I went ahead to top up my capital to $5,000. That's because why not? If the opportunity is working and it is giving me money, a steady rate, because me, I wanted to finish off the first month to see what will be the rate. If it can give me money at a 20%, 30%, 15%, 10% rate per month, then me, I'm comfortable with it. That is it for you guys. Have a good night. I'm happy that you attended to the end of this. Everyone who has just finished off the presentation, thank you very much. Then if you're on YouTube, you can, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I mean, my number in the description. You can get me via that number on WhatsApp. And I hope you get started. Have a good night. See you in the next presentation.